Hello everyone. Today we will see how we can work with Jupyter Notebook in the VS Code. So for that, first we need to create a file, Python file, or I would say IPYNB file, that is IPython notebook. So let me create a file. So we can give anything IPYNB, and this specific extension is used for the notebook. So that means IPython notebook. If I enter, it will ask me where I want to create it. So create file. I have already created, I think, so I need to replace that. Okay. Now since you have already one file and you can see one tab that we can run, so let me simply create a variable equals to underquote, and I can say xyz. Now I want to print that, so print print variable. Now I want to run this. So what exactly is this? Now this is a concept in notebook, like if I gonna create a file with this extension, it will be considered as a notebook. Now let's say I want to run this, so there are two methods in which I can run. Either I can click on this run button, or I can click shift enter. So let me try with this execute cell. Okay, so once I click on execute, it is asking me to install enable suggested extension. So that means I don't have the particular extension which I need to run this file, so it is asking me to install that first. Clicking on that, it is trying to install. Would you like to install and synchronize Jupyter extension across your device? Yes. Install. So that is one way of installing that. Now it will again ask me, like if you want to install Python environment, or which Python environment you want for your system. So I have different Python environment, so I can select directly Python environment, which is 3.10. So for this video I am gonna click on 3.10. It is asking me to install. Okay, it is installing. Okay, I think that is done. There is another way of installing this Jupyter extension and Python environment. So you can directly go to extension, and here you can search Jupyter. Now this is the one that we just installed, right? Jupyter Notebook support interactive programming, because we have already installed, so we are seeing like this. It is also asking me to uninstall it in case if I want to uninstall this particular notebook extension. Okay, now again going back to file. Now I'm in the condition that I can run this particular cell. So this particular block, it is called cell in a Jupyter Notebook. So I'm running this, and you will see it is printing xyz. So let's try one more thing. We can try with shift enter. Now as soon as I click shift enter, it will create a next cell where I can type my code. Now you may be wondering what exactly is Jupyter Notebooks. So Jupyter Notebook comes with different features. So Jupyter Notebook is a popular open source interactive web application with primary focus on data science, machine learning, or maybe scientific computing. There are several reasons why Jupyter Notebook is useful and often preferred over traditional code editors. So it provides you interactive environment, rich media support, in-depth documentation. Also, it helps you visualize your data, right? So let's try one more example where we will be seeing how we can, or how can we plot a diagram. So we will try with a plot. We will be importing the first library, which will be matplotlib. Also in matplotlib we will be going to pyplot, and we will give one alias to it like plt. Also there is another library that we may need is numpy, numpy np. If I run both library, okay, since we have already imported our required library, now we need to generate the sample data. So first variable will be x, so we can do np dot line space, and let me define the function 2 into np dot pi and 100. So what exactly we have done here? Here we are creating an array of values x that goes from 0 to 2 pi, approximately 6.28. So you know pi is equals to 3.14. So here we are going from 0 to 2 pi with 100 evenly spaced point. So this is done using line space from the numpy library. Now there will be another variable which will be y, and simply what we can do for y equals to np dot sign x. So in this line you calculate the sign of each value in the x array, resulting in corresponding arrays y with the sign values of each x. This generates the data for your sine curve. So we have created x and y variable. Now to create a plot, what we can do, plt dot figure size, and we need to define the fixed size. So fixed size will be, let's keep it 8,6 inches. So 8 will be a width and 6 will be height. Now since we have defined the size of the plot, we will be using plt dot plot, and we want to go with x and y variable here. Let's say we want to create label. For those label we can say sine curve because we are using sine values here. Sine curve. Also you can say the color can be like, we can keep it blue. I think this should be enough. Let me run this and you can see a beautiful curve here. This facility is provided by the Jupyter Notebook only. So parallelly you can code and you can also see what will be the result of particular cell, right? So this is for the video. You have learned how we can work with Jupyter Notebook in VS Code. See you in the next video.